Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. I was going to work in my journal today. So I opened it up, just random page, and was looking for a starter piece. Now what I call a starter piece is like the first piece you lay down on the page. Like here it was this one. Over here I started with this. And that's where, the rest of my pages seem to flow from. Or I'll start with a piece and then go through and see what other, things I think would go good with it. Well, here's where my problem is. When I pull my starter pieces, y'all have seen this is like my two-tier paper. And every time I would rifle through here, I couldn't see what I had because this has gotten to be such a mess. So I am trying to clean things up. I'm trying to be a good girl. So I haven't tackled this thing yet. So I figured why not? And then have you come along for the ride just to see, the types of things that I pull from, usually on a daily basis. These are the Tim Holtz tissue rolls, and it wasn't until I was cleaning out one of the drawers that I actually found these again. 2 of them were opened. 3 of them I had never opened. So it was time to open them. And I just tore off a piece of each and just keep it tucked into the corner. Well, in the first slot, I try to keep the shorter things, or the oddball things, or, see, I've got corners that came from a DigiKit. There's another one. Well, I don't think this one came from the kit, but it was a corner I had made. I've got little pieces. Oh, that's actually an envelope. So my little pieces go in this little box. My little teeny ones. Cigar label. Well, I'll put that in my little box. Things off of a Dove dark chocolate. Now, some people might not like using these, but some of these things are pretty neat. Listen with your heart. Remember your first crush. These are pieces that came out of, I think, some earbuds that my son bought. I just cut them out of the packaging. There goes another long strip. And see, that's what these are. These are longer strips. There's a strip. That's what most of these are. And see, there's a tag. There's a little postcard that can go in there. And these are some smaller pieces. The smaller pieces, I'll put them in my little box so I'll know where they are. That's actually a piece that came off of another page. So it doesn't even go in there. It goes in here. Set that over there. Tags. So those can stay in there. I have these. This was from a piece of paper. I don't know if you can see the design through it, but I hated this paper. And it was like the last sheet in the pad, and I didn't use it because I did not like it. So all I did was I gessoed over it and took out my stamps and randomly stamped all over it. So basically made a new piece of paper. There's a card, there's more strips. Where are all these strips at that I just stuck over here? Alright, here we go. Those are tags. Alright. These are the short ones. These are sort of longer strips. We'll set those aside. Put that in here. There's a a bag, an envelope, a tag that can go in there. That goes in this thing. This came from a set of chopsticks. Look how pretty that design is. So that and the unusuals. Alright, there's paper. There's a scrap piece of paper. There's another scrap. Oh, a piece of vellum. I love vellum. I love working with vellum. There's cardstock. That's a bit bigger. That one I know was over there. This is actually the full sheet. So that needs to go on that side. Index cards. Put those out of the way. Another piece of scrap. Ah! This is not the winning lottery ticket. So, and these things, if you're going to put them in your journal, you need to tape them in, because if you put glue, for some reason they mess up and everything where the glue comes through turns black. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And another piece of vellum. And looks like the back of a check. Great little journaling spot. Okay, so I'm going to take these. And I'm going to take these. And I'm going to put these back in the front. I'm not going to set these in there yet. Let's see, what have we got in the rest of it? There's a finish tag. Oh, no, it's a flip tag. This goes in finished things, which are over there. These are what I made from the leftover strips and index cards. This is a little journaling spot. There's more index cards. There's another one of those. So these I can actually put in the front and the back of there. There's another tag. There's a longer strip. There is some paper from a 6x6 pad. So I separate these because they're stuck together at the top. And you can't really see them if they're all stuck together. Oh, here goes more from a 6x6 pad. See, I couldn't see these in there, so I didn't know I had them. This is cardstock, but this was for another project, so that doesn't even go in there at all. That goes with that one. There goes another one of those. And then more 6x6 paper. And then we have, these are the pages that I showed on a previous video on how I go about, you know, doing the different sizes. Alright, set those aside. And I want to set these aside according to sizes. And see, these are small ones, so those can go in the front. That's a strip. I'll set that aside. Put these aside. These are mainly strips. Small, let's see, is that gonna, yeah, that'll show, so I'll leave that up front. Those go that way. Move the strip over. These are narrower, so I'm going to set those in a different area. Or a different side of it. So this way I can see and sort of, now the smaller pieces like these here, I'm going to put those in the front so that I can find them a bit easier. But they need to go right in there. These are smaller pieces. So I'll put those in the very front. That goes back there. That one goes over there. Will that even? Yeah. I'll leave it there. See, then I have the bigger pieces. And I want those all together. See, when I tore that out, that ripped, but I'm okay with that. put that on the bottom. There's one on the bottom. In the bigger section of pages. Alright, now I have book pages. Here's another 6x6. This was actually the back of a legal document. I'm not sure if you can see the design on that, but I thought it was kind of interesting. I'm going to stick this back here behind the 6x6 because that is cardstock. Book pages, book pages. A very long strip. But I don't need it over here. Now, I have no idea why this is even in here. This does not go in here. But we don't know things until we go to work with them. You know, where they're at. Why are they here? I can go up there. So, book pages. Oh, and there's quite a few in here. I get all of these together. See, some I've done doilies on. Oh, let's see. That's when I was shading the doilies. A lot of book pages. Oh, there's even more. And more book pages. Now, I generally keep my book pages separate. So, these need to go in their home. We come back with strips. And this size goes over here. I think the rest are all larger pieces. There goes some that are narrower. I reckon I shouldn't call them strips. But copies of ledger paper, copies of letters, copies of receipts, copies of old canceled checks. You know, there's so many things that we can use, but we can't use them if we can't find them. Okay, so I'm going to stick these in the back. And that one page, and I want to keep that separate because I do like that picture. So I'm going to keep that with my 6x6s. And because these are all cardstock, yeah, they probably should go somewhere. But I'm going to stick them right up there. Probably should be separate, but it's okay. Now, all these strips, as I've been calling them, simply going to set to one side in the top. And, let's see, what else have we got? These can go out front. These bits and pieces, because I didn't know I had, well, yeah, I sort of knew they were in there, but I didn't see them, so they can go in the little box. I have vellum, and I do want the vellum in there. So those will go top. And not quite sure what I want to do with that, but I do like the design. Wonder if I can take it apart. Yeah, oh, it's going to have to be sort of spliced. So I'll put that in there. These little things, I'll put those in my box. So now I've got scraps here. We know where our scraps go. I put my little stickers on top of those, and they sit right there. I've got my little box full. I put the cigar label in there too. So these are the little bits and little journaling things, and I got them all. And I'll turn backwards here. So put those in there, put that one in there, and now I have little bits and pieces there. I have my book pages, which go right there. Blank index cards. I'm really not going to be working with these specifically at the moment, so I'll put those back with the regular index cards. And now I have this sorted out to where it's easy to look through now to see what I have, and my rolls of my Tim Holtz tissue paper can fit right there. And then in the drawer here are just bits and pieces of lace that, as I've worked on projects, that, you know, there's a piece here, a piece there. Instead of having to go and put them back in the drawer trying to find out which piece they came from, I'll put them in here so that I can use these up before I pull something else out. So those go in my drawer. And this sits right there. And I did it. I've got it straightened out. Now I can work. So now I can pull out my journal and just find me a couple of, I don't know where, something, you know, I look through here until I find a page that hits me. That, oh yeah, I need to do something on this page. So, I've started all over this book. We'll go with these two. And then I'll come in here. I'll put my clip on there to hold that side down. And then come over here with my big paper clip to hold that. And now I'm ready to go. So I can reach up here, and let's say whatever I reach and pull will be my starter piece. Alright, I have a sheet, and you can tell it's an old sheet, but someone has actually gone through and numbered different pieces of it. I still have the piece where it was torn off. I like that side. So let's start right here. Now, I do have the end of this bottle of Fabri-Tac that I am trying to get through. And what I'm going to do first is just come in here and lay down a bead right there in the center and put that in. And then come around. Now, because this paper is so fragile, if I put the Fabri-Tac on the page, it's going to tear even more. And I'm not going down there in the crease with my fingernail, just my finger. Because this is a delicate page. Come in here, put my Fabri-Tac down, and just press that in there. Press that down, and we're good to go. Find the lid, and turn that back upside down. So now I've started. And yes, I'm going to leave this little piece that flips out. I'm not worried with that. You know, not at the moment. I may change it, put it somewhere else. But this is the way I start. And then I can pick and pull from any number of the little things I have around here. Like I showed you on my scraps, my little stickers. I've got my paper clips here, some twine down there. I've got my little bits and pieces. And then I have what I call my goodie box. And it's called a goodie box for a reason, because in here are mainly my vellum pieces. And vellum stickers and other little things, like the little books that I've shown you before that have the little vellum pages in it. I love vellum. Love working with it. And I had a friend who sent me a Temu app. And so I went on and I was looking and I signed up for it, but it looked to me a lot like Wish and AliExpress and all, and I've ordered from them too. So I didn't think of it anymore until my best friend, Deanna, said, "Oh, you got to order from this place. You should see the stuff." And she showed me her order. Well, I went back and actually started looking. And the good thing about that is you can put things in your cart and decide later whether you want to buy it, because before you buy it, you click on those items that you're ordering. Well, I had gone through, and I didn't know about the click on or click off at this point. And I thought, these are some really nice things. And I was just making a list of what I like. That, and I always go back, well, no, I don't need this. No, I don't need that. And it shortens your list. I didn't have the time to do that. Had to go to the restroom, and I was talking with my daughter and showed her my list, and I said, well, here, you can look at it while I go to the restroom. Come back, and she says, oh, it all looks really nice. And gives me back my phone. The app's off, so I figure, she just exited out of it. I get an email, thank you for your order. My daughter went on and ordered everything on that list. Yeah, everything. I get things for her here and there, and we don't wait till just Christmas to, do things for each other, buy things for each other. And I looked at her and says, what did you do? And she said, you're getting Happy Mail. So hopefully the order will be in sometime this week. And if you're interested to see what I'm getting, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do a haul on it when I get it in. So, and then I had another friend, this one lives in Korea, and she says, oh, you need to check this place out, called JournalSay. It's journalsay.com, and I went on there. That's where I got in trouble. Yep, I ordered some more. Don't really need any more. I was on a spending freeze for most of the year, and it was good. I think I'm going to have to go back on it after this. Those sites are so tempting. But like I said, if you're interested in seeing what I got, leave me a comment down below, and when it comes in, I'll do, I think they call it a haul video on my, or is it a Happy Mail video? One or the other. So leave me a comment, and I will share that. And thank you for hanging out with me while I cleaned out my cluttered box and getting a start on another page. And I may leave this like this for now. I may do another page. You work in your journal how it fits you. If you want to sit and do a complete whole page at one time, then do that. If you just want to do a page here, stick something down there, as you rifle through your book, do that too. You do you. Work on what makes you happy. And that's the whole reason why we create the wonderful things we do. It's because it makes us happy. And something in life should make you happy. Thank you for going along this little journey with me today. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment on what you'd like to see in the future. And come and join me next time for some more crafty goodness. Bye, guys.